99.5 WKDQ. It's Eric Cornish here with your afternoon show, and we are making our rounds talking to a lot of the songwriters that are coming to town for the Sandy Lee Watkins Songwriters Festival in Henderson. That is July the 29th through August the 1st. Got songwriter Don Sampson on the line with me. How are you today, sir?
Good, Eric.
Hey,
good to be with you.
Yeah, good to have you on. Now, is this your first year coming to the Songwriters Festival, or you've been here before?
This is going to be my second.
A second year, okay. I was going to say, I didn't think you were one of the lifers that had been here for a while, but I'm glad you're coming back.
Well, I'm kind of mad that KK waited so long to ask me.
Yeah, Gary Kurt Phillips, he's got his close circle of friends, so you must not be part of that close circle, I guess. You're on the fringe.
Yeah, well, I'm used to that.
Well, it's all good. I'm so glad he's got you covered because, with number one hits, I'm sitting here looking at some of your big hits, and I realize you have a way of making mommies and daddies cry. That's what you're good at. You got songs like "Tough Little Boys." You got stuff like "I Love You This Much," and of course the great song with Garth. I talked to your buddy Win Varble about this too. The song "Mom" that was just made everybody cry this year. So you're good at that.
Well, we all got to be good at something, I guess.
So I guess it's safe to say that you have some little ones yourself, or at least used to be little ones. Well,
used to be little ones, yeah. Both my girls are college girls now, so
yeah.
And beautiful wife Molly are kind of dreading the empty nest syndrome that's right here on us.
My goodness, and I'm sure more big hits will come out of that too, for sure.
Well, I hope so. They're in college, and colleges need paid for. So
that's true. That's true. Got to get more big hits. A guy like Alan Jackson cuts a song like "Midnight in Montgomery." I mean, that's that song itself probably helps them send them to college a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, if they're what's left of it, probably that was a treat. That was fun.
Let's talk about that. And looking at, I guess was that your first number one?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, iconic song like that, and it's such a dark song, really, but a great song. Where does something like that come from?
Well, I met Alan, or was introduced to him, and his publisher called me actually to see if I would write with him. They had Glenn Campbell Music. A guy named Marty Gamblin was running it, and they had just signed Alan, and Marty knew me, had seen me around town some, and thought we could be good to write. And so I said, sure. And so we got together, and this was long before, Alan ever even got a thought of a record deal. Actually, I watched Alan get turned down twice by everybody in town. Every label in town turned him down. But then Arista come to town, and they ended up making him the first act that they signed. But anyway, anytime me and Alan got together, we were both huge Hank Williams fans. And we'd start every writing session playing old Hank songs. And, try to find the most obscure thing we could remember to, put one over on the other. Hey, do you remember Fly Trouble? Huh? And then, play it. And it's like, but that was a Hank song? Sure. So anyway, he was playing on the road before a record deal, and they were going through Alabama and in an old van, and he came to the next writing session, and he said, man, I got an idea for a song the other night. And he said, it's midnight in Montgomery, and I miss you. Just all the alliteration stuff. And and as soon as he said it, I said, because I had Hank on my brain, and I said, man, old Hank is buried in Montgomery. And Alan said, oh, that's right. And just probably 4 or 5 years before we wrote Midnight, David Allan Coe had the big hit with The Ride.
Right.
about Hank's ghost, and so we just made it going to his grave.
Huh.
And at the time, Alan hadn't been to Hank's grave, or I hadn't been to his grave, and I still haven't been to old Hank's grave.
That's crazy. So even all these years later, and all the number one and everything, you still haven't been there, huh?
No, still haven't gone there.
Well, I feel like you have with the words that came across there. But congratulations on that huge song.
Yeah, that was fun. That was real fun.
Well, thank you so much. And we've got Don Sampson on the phone with us here. He's going to be a part of the Sandy Lee Watkins Songwriters Festival, and that's coming up on July, the 29th through August the 1st. And lots of big shows, rounds every single night. And you'll hear stories just like that and hear the songs the way that they were originally written. So, Don, I'm looking forward to seeing you and all the other fellow songwriters that are going to be in town and hearing some more of those great stories.
Well, Eric, I can't wait. We, Kerry Kurt and all the great people up there in Henderson, they put on a world-class event, and we're just really looking forward to getting back, spending time with y'all.
All right. Don Sampson, thanks again, and we'll see you there at the Sandy Lee Watkins Songwriters Festival with WKDQ.